Stephen R. Covey, author of The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, said, "Trust is the glue of life. It's the most essential ingredient in effective communication. It's the foundational principle that holds all relationships." Developing trust in any relationship is no joke. It's a serious business. Yet these days we toss the word around like a frisbee, without any understanding of what it actually means. And especially in my line of work as a couples counselor and coach for men who want to win their wives back and enjoy thriving relationships, it's one of the most frequent topic points and the most important. See, I've heard hundreds of men tell me that one of the top 3 reasons why their relationship is where it's at is because their wives don't trust them. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what she means when she says she can't trust you. And I'm also going to show you 2 crucial ways you can dramatically and almost instantly flip the script and regain her trust by being what I call a loving rock. And make sure to stick around to the end because I'm going to give you a bonus script template that you can use in your relationship to diffuse any heated conversation so that you can successfully avoid saying something you'll probably regret and at the same time demonstrate authentic leadership that rebuilds trust, reattracts your wife, and validates your true masculine essence. This template actually is so effective. I've seen it work many times in real time when working with couples in private practice. All right, let's get into it. A client once asked me, he said, "Tom, she's saying that she can't trust me. I don't know how to fix it. I haven't ever cheated on her. I haven't ever missed a bill payment. And I work hard to ensure that there's always food on the table. What should I do?" The first point we discussed was the error in mixing logic with emotion. You see, part of this man's mistake was that his constant refocusing on the problem only made his wife trust him less. He would bring up the conversation almost obsessively. It was coming from a good place though, like he wanted to fix his relationship because he loved his wife. But him needing to fix the situation actually said more about his fears and insecurities. And it was his need to fix his anxiety that actually exacerbated his inability to see the truth of what his wife was trying to say to him, what she'd actually been trying to say to him for decades. Maybe that sounds familiar to you. You know, maybe you always pay the bills on time, right? You work hard, you provide, you tick all the boxes, you cross your T's and you dot your I's. And yet your wife says she just doesn't trust you, which probably makes you feel resentful and unappreciated, right? You made promises to each other at your wedding about trust and loyalty. So when she says that this trust is starting to fade, you go into problem-solving mode, asking her what she means as well as how to fix it. Then she probably says something like, "You should know what to do," or "You're doing the thing right now," or she may even give you that sort of dreaded cold shoulder. My client's telling of how he'd never cheated or missed a bill was his mind trying to logically prove to his wife that he is a trustworthy guy, like an innocent man being tried and caught for something he didn't do. But she didn't care about logic. In fact, she couldn't have cared less about the bills or his fidelity because right then, at that very moment they were having the conversation, she didn't feel connected to him. She didn't feel that she could say whatever she needed to say to him, knowing that he'd provide her with nothing but empathy, validation, and this is a crucial point, right? And deep presence. Deep presence is the big thing there. Back to Stephen Covey. He says that one should, quote, "seek not to be understood first, but to understand." And this is massive, which brings us to point 2 of our discussion in the coaching call that I have with my client. You see, most of the time, what happens in contentious conversations is that both parties want to be validated for their feelings. She probably feels unheard, unloved, and disregarded, and you probably feel resentful or anxious, frustrated, and unappreciated. So you both constantly go back and forward trying to show the other person how they're wrong, or you plead your case trying to get your emotions validated. This just goes on and on and on and on and on and on. It's just validation. No, I'm right. No, I'm right. No, I'm right. And here's the point. When your wife tells you that she can't trust you, she's saying that she doesn't feel that you're capable of being able to listen to her honest truth and perspective without dismissing her, getting defensive, shutting down, arcing up, or, and this one is a big one, putting it back onto her immediately by highlighting the double standard of where she's done the exact same thing that she's having a go at you about. Wrong approach. But remember, man, it's not about who's right. It's not about logic. She's coming at you from an emotional perspective. Let me highlight this with a metaphor. All right, so I want you to picture a beautiful campfire in the middle of a countryside. You're sitting with your wife whilst the kids play with their torchlights in the tent. You can breathe, finally, right? That fresh oxygen only found in nature is a welcome gift. Your wife is happy, you're calm, you're smiling at each other. She moves closer to you, a cup of hot chocolate in her hand, she offers you a sip, but in the process, I don't know, accidentally spills some down your shirt. You both laugh, and in the moment, you remember why you fought so hard to keep her and thrive in this relationship. You look at the campfire, and the flames are majestic, yellow and orange hue that flickers and fades off into the night. The structure of the campfire pit allows for the flame to burn brightly. The campfire represents the art of communication. So that's the big part that I want you to think about right now. So this might seem weird to you, but the point of effective communication is the communication itself. Like a song, our aim isn't to get to the end of the discussion, but just listen. I'll tell you why it's really hard to listen. Her truth is going to hurt you. But here's the silver lining. It's going to hurt who you are and be a gift for the man you could be. So I want to highlight something major about this. I was working with a client a while back whose wife said that she didn't trust him. So he started working through our program, paying close attention to the homework and exercises, and came to me on a coaching call. He said, "All right, your stuff about trust, it just doesn't work." I was intrigued. I asked him what had happened. He said, "My wife came home from work the other night. We got to talking, and she said something that really triggered me. She said that she didn't think I'd ever once made a conscious effort to work on the relationship. She also said she thought she was the only one who'd raised our 2 grown-up girls." Well, look, I followed your advice. Instead of responding dismissively or defending myself, I empathized and said that must have been really hard. I was like, "Amazing. How did it go?" He said it got way, way worse. He's like, "Well, then she started attacking me left, right, and center for all of these things. And some of them went back decades ago. She totally went for it. And then that basically just pushed me over the edge, and then we argued, and now I'm back sleeping on the couch." I said to him, "You are so close. You were so close. You've allowed her to express her feelings. The dam burst, and emotions that had bubbled and boiled for decades are finally flowing freely again. She felt safe enough to let you know how she's been feeling for a very long time, but then you went back into the old patterns and dismissed all of that. So you validated her, but then you dismissed the next part." And this happens to a lot of guys when the dam breaks. The dam breaking is an important step. It's hard. She'll say the wrong things, of course, she's human. She'll say things that hurt you, but the point is that your capacity to listen to what she has to say isn't only measured by her telling you lovely things about yourself. It's also about honest, direct, blunt, and sometimes painful feedback. Your capacity to listen without trying to fix her, make a point, or give advice is a direct reflection of your trustworthiness. When she wants to speak with you and offer feedback or talk about her ideas, goals, dreams, aspirations, don't dismiss her by telling her, for example, that we can't afford that, right? Accept her invitation to dance with you in a conversation. This will dramatically increase your reliability as a trustworthy man, someone who can consistently meet her needs of expression. It will improve your intimacy because intimacy isn't only sexual, it's about how you both relate to one another. It will give you a space to be heard because you've given that gift to her. Reciprocity. And my favorite, it will show you exactly what she's been trying to say to you this whole time. "Honey, please don't ever stop getting to know me." Now, finally, I wouldn't be walking the talk if I wasn't being true to myself by giving you the bonus script that I promised in the beginning. I call it the de-escalation determinant. All right, so the next time you're having a heated discussion with your wife, I want you to say this: "Look, I can see this is getting pretty heated, and I'm concerned I might say something that I'll regret. I can also see that the way I'm making this worse is because I feel just as invalidated as you do. Perhaps you can go first and tell me what you need to say for 10 minutes. Then, and only if you really feel that I've correctly understood your point of view, I can go second and you can listen to me." How does that sound? If you create a structure around your emotions like this, you'll be able to hold space for your wife whilst managing your tendencies to speak and rationalize your feelings. Regain control and co-create a space for you both to be heard and understood. Not at the same time, but only when one partner feels validated first. And look, if you're really struggling with the answers to getting your wife back and becoming the man she looks up to and is attracted to, you can click the link below and book in a time with our marriage evaluation team, who will clearly identify what caused your current marriage situation and tell you exactly what you need to do to either improve your marriage or prevent divorce and win her back, either if you're near divorce or if your wife has already moved out, or perhaps if you already have moved out. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.